Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Hello if this is the first time finding the channel, so let's have a little chat about some American cars. This location, I don't really know what to say about it if I'm honest. This is why we're doing the intro at home, opposed to being there. So we rock up there. Actually, let's rewind it a little bit. This location, I've wanted it for around about 12 or 13 years. I first got sent a photograph. I might have seen it online back then, in my early 20s back then. I might have been a teenager, I don't know, it was a long time ago. A lot has happened, if you know what I mean. But I remember seeing a Dodge Charger in a greenhouse and another vehicle, and I'm like, wow, I want that, I want to explore that, I would love to find it. In my head, I had a general idea of where this location was, right? And for whatever reason, could never find it. Never happened. Fast forward, 2025, I've held this video back a little bit. Actually, I'm doing this intro at a later date. But friend of mine said, boss, I know where there's some American cars, geezers passed away, cars are in there, bit of a state, go and have a look at them, you know what I mean, sort of thing. He said it's separate to do with what you think it is, and in a field, go and have a nosy. So I rock up there with the boys, go and have a nosy, innit? You want to have a little look. Like always, respectful. If something is secured or whatever, I wouldn't dream, never break into anything, you know what I mean? I know urban exploring is trespassing to a point, but when you're literally walking into a wide open field, right? No keep out signs, no nothing. Technically, in the eyes of the law, I've done nothing wrong. Let's just say that. Remember, it goes over, there's like a old Winnebago, I think it's a Winnebago. A couple of other things, old American vehicles. I see a square body Chevy sat there, or GMC, one of the two, but literally the nose of the vehicle is sat in like that. It overgrown, couldn't work it out. There was an old Santa Pod race car there, loads of American things. I think it was an old Cadillac there, a couple of Chevys, Firebird. Some really special things, if I'm honest. And for me, I've got an American truck. I go to America quite a lot. This is my sort of thing, right? So anyway, let's have a look at the Explorer, and then we'll chat a little bit more about it. guy over there. Yeah. I know, right? Pretty crazy. Blew my mind, if I'm honest, some of those vehicles being sat there, even as parts. There's a lot of value. There's a lot of value there, isn't it? And I look at stuff with my heart, not my head, and I'm like, I'll restore that. I'll get that back on the road because I'm one of those. I car enthusiast. I can't help it. But anyway, as we're walking around, there's four of us there that day. And we separate off not to like cross-contaminate each other's videos or pictures, isn't it? I'm one way, Ian's another way, Curtie and Damo are another way. And so like I see my phone going off and my, literally Kurt ringing me. Someone's on the way to you. I'm like, all right, here we go. So I thought, right, there's no point hiding. I'll just walk out and just meet you at, sometimes you can ask for forgiveness. But in my defense, I thought this place was derelict, completely derelict, if I'm honest. And nothing to do with the site that it's a part of. I don't want to say names because I don't want to give it away. Part of like what I do is just keeping this stuff hidden, if you know what I mean. Anyway, farmer comes across, as does the owner of these cars. I think his name is Tim. So I have a chat with him and I'm like, look, I apologise. I was told you passed away. I've wanted to come here for like over 10 years. Tried to explain that I've got a Chevy truck. I'm an enthusiast, taking photos, videos, nothing else. There was no reasoning with him. He was very upset. He was very angry. I'm a big guy, you know what I mean? So I was polite as anything. I don't want to be intimidating back to him. At the end of the day, technically, I'm in the wrong, if you know what I mean. So I just explained why I was there. And we had a chat about it then. And he was like, look, I understand to a point why you're here. So we understood each other. And he said, he used to sell parts off these vehicles. But he said there were so many messes and, time wasters, which I understand from what I do in my line of work. I get that. Maybe not as bad as what he was saying. But then he said people were rocking up there middle of the night and stealing parts off these vehicles. And rare parts at the end of the day, the American stuff, isn't it? So I'm like, look, I don't condone that. I'm sorry about that. And we literally just left it as, get off my land, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'm going, have a fantastic day. And I think that kind of upset him being a bit joyful, but it's one of those things, isn't it? You meet a lot of people doing what I do, whether it's vintage toys or exploring or Volkswagen's classic cars, and you just learn. You can, I'm pretty good judging people, not judging them, but judge a character. I can tell how a situation's gonna go or not gonna go. So tail between the legs, apologize, off we go. So I've held this video back for long enough, I think. If you know what it is, please don't say in the comments because I want to protect it. Done what I can to hide it, etc. But I wanted to share it with you because at the end of the day, urban exploring is what I do. Car enthusiast is what I am. This channel is slowly taking a lean towards vehicles and building a car channel accidentally. So, I think his name was Tim anyway. So if you do watch this, Tim, I apologise. And I would love to get a permission visit and have a good look around this location. And the craziest thing is a couple of the boys that I know from doing Pendine Sands of here at Cherry Art Rods knew exactly where I was, knew the geezer, and said, if you go there and ask him, you'll probably get a permission visit. So maybe I can go to one of them and get a permission visit. I don't know. Anyway, I've rambled for long enough. I just wanted to share a bit of the backdrop on this story with you. It might be some of you back home that are just going to be like, you're trespassing, you know what I mean? Just don't need to hear those comments. Just, I've told you the backlog, told you the backstory, and I hand on heart thought it was completely abandoned, but that's one of those things, isn't it? Until next time, boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning into this video. Really appreciate all the support as always, and stick around to see more respectful explores. Until next time, you know exactly what to do. I'm out.